It was close if it wasn't. Most of them were most of them were blowouts. There was that one good match, but even that was a 3-0. So this is where the competition starts now.
I don't know because I don't have the updated brackets, so now I don't know who these are. And I should have been writing it down, but I wasn't. Oh, I think it's John Tran versus Sam M.
All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is now the final 8 competitors, and I believe it is John Tran versus Sam M. Is that was right? Oh yes, I'm so on.
Nice work.
I do deserve a high five for that. Thank you. Anyway, best of luck to both. And now this is where I think it really gets interesting, just because these guys have already knocked someone out.
Right off the bat. And now the secret's out of the bag that the T-spinner is the way to go. As such.
Ooh. John Tran is really taking advantage of those. Oh my gosh. Back-to-back Tetris. Wow.
Brutal. Very well played.
John Tran, you just took a giant dump all over Sam. Figuratively, of course. That's all right, Sam. You can, just shower it off.
Set him another T-spin. There it is. Fighting back with a Tetris. This isn't round 1. We do have.
I just don't know if Sam has any of those T-spins in him. Have we seen him?
Wow.
Oh gosh. 2-0. Sam, you got one last chance. And our screen is down once more. Oh gosh, John Tran is just...
You couldn't do that in the old days. That's a new feature.
And John Tran knocks out Sam with back-to-back T-spins. Take note, all the other competitors' T-spins are definitely the way to go. Well, congrats, John, on making it into the final 4.
Guaranteed prize money, right?
Yep. The I believe the top 4 players all get prize money. And then our next 2 competitors in this top 8, I believe, are going to be Scott T versus Gilbert H.
This match is a bit less intense.
Yeah, John Tran came in and just you could see the vengeance in his eyes. He wanted blood.
Back-to-back Tetrises. The old way. Here comes another one.
Ooh, Gilbert is throwing a bunch of garbage in Scott's face.
Little indecision there.
Oh, Gilbert's about to get a really nice Tetris. There it is. And Scott's fighting back a little bit, but it's kind of a struggle when the garbage piles up that high. Now, like Chris, like you said earlier, now Scott pretty much just has to spend the rest of the rest of that short game trying to clear that garbage out.
Setting up a center well. Player 2's got a left well. Save that straight piece, son. There we go.
Yeah, Gilbert was building up a nice Tetris well, like you said, and it looked tense for him for a little bit, but it ended up being worth it. It seems that Gilbert's strategy is kind of let it all pile up and then clear it all out and throw a ton of trash towards Scott. So it hits them all at once and, hopefully catches them off guard. Hopefully he doesn't wait too long, though, and get retaliated upon.
He's in trouble now. It's not over yet. He's digging out quite well, but he's going to need some offense if he wants to win this. Oh, there's a Tetris well open out of nowhere if he can get the straight bar. There it is. There it is. Nice comeback. Now we're even again. At this height, one killer move can finish the match. But it's real tempting to play conservative just to clear garbage.
But of course, someone's got to kind of take the risk. It's high risk, but high reward at this point.
You're going to lose either way. Another triple. This is it's anybody's match still. Who wants it at this point?
Things are looking pretty grim for Scott.
Maybe lay off the hard drops.
Well, for both of them, really. Oh.
And you can be... There's a knockout.
Okay, and Gilbert takes the second match as well. One final matchup, and...
You can also slow the game down by infinite spinning your piece. It slows down the rate of droppings if you're trying to delay the game.
Oh, that's a handy tip. I didn't know.
Oh, bad hard drop there. Got a well of 3 over there on. Got a very nice Tetris well for player 1.
I'm sensing that Scott is feeling all this pressure because he's making a lot of mistakes this round, but he's also playing pretty decently overall. He's making up for those mistakes really easily. Scott is definitely you
got to save that long bar.
Yeah, Scott is definitely bringing this one around. I think Scott's going to shake this one. He's in a really nice position. Gilbert's really on the defensive, and there is the knockout. Nice, nicely done.
Yeah, it's not over.
You knew you didn't want to get knocked out of the competition, so he really hung in there.
Will we get our first 5-round match?
Unless Gilbert just takes this one.
Very nice, very tall, old school Tetris well on the right. Back-to-back Tetrises. And an easy third one if you save that long bar. There you go.
Gilbert is not happy about that loss.
Yeah, I think he regained his concentration there.
He did.
Oh, you gotta knock him out.
He's lining Gilbert. Yep, Gilbert just is lining up for another perfect Tetris. This could be it for Scott.
Yeah, that is it. There we go.
There's the KO. Nicely done. Well played, both of you. Congratulations, Gilbert, to advancing to the final 4.
And the money. Oh, thank you.
All right, this next matchup is Doug M versus Frank T. I was either Nick or Frank. I couldn't remember. I'm so sorry. I should have written this down, but I didn't.
Wasn't it Caffeine who won that one?
He's Caffeine?
He's Nick C.
He's Nick C, so he is Caffeine. Okay.
Caffeine, that's what I thought.
Caffeine. Okay, yes.
That's
my
why
apologies.
the match is over already while we were discussing that.
That's why, because it's Caffeine versus Doug M.
And Doug got a free pass, right?
Yep, Doug, his opponent, or would-be opponent, Austin, never showed up.
Thank you.
So Doug got a free pass into the final 8.
Here it comes the Caffeine T.
But unfortunately, Caffeine is just showing him no mercy.
You want to just take a photo of that?
Yes, sorry. I guess you need this too, don't you? I'm just like, oh, this is mine now.
Wow. I'm anticipating a heck of a final watching some of these players. Back-to-back T-spins.
Ooh, things are looking pretty bad for Doug.
Tetris? Come on.
Oh, and there is the KO. Caffeine
is in the money.
Was that the third? That was very fast.
Yeah, you turned away. That's what happens.
Well, congratulations, Caffeine. You are advancing into the final 4. My condolences, Doug. And our last matchup in this top 8 round is Alex A versus James S. I'm sorry, that's Alex K, rather. Letters are difficult, you guys. Alex
is another
versus
T-spinner,
James
yes.
S. But yeah, and of course, Alex was the one in that Tetris documentary, so I think that's who my money would be on.
In the final level of Tetris Masters Arcade, you play invisible Tetris, and he can pass that. It's mesmerizing.
I would love to see that sometime. I can't even
see it. It's invisible.
Well, yeah, yes. Touche. You can just tell with the confidence Alex is displaying, and there we go. There's the win. You can just tell how he's slamming down those hard drops, those T-spins. He's getting them all.
No shame in losing to one of the best. Oh, it's not over yet. I shouldn't say that. Oh, an old school triple. And there's round 2 to Alex.
I can't say I'm terribly surprised. What I think is going to be really fun to see is Alex versus Caffeine.
Yeah, that's going to be a heck of a semifinal. Although we might blink and miss it.
That's true.
A T-spin and a nice Tetris well at the same time. That's brutal. Wow. There it is, 3-0.
Wow, well played, Alex.
We have our
well
final
played,
4.
But congratulations, Alex Kerr, moving on to the top 4. And speaking of which, that is what we're about to begin. So our final 4 competitors are John Tran, Gilbert H., Caffeine, and Alex Kerr. Our first matchup will be John Tran versus Gilbert H.
Already at this point, the winner, so the top 4 are getting about 125 guaranteed. Okay. And the winner of this gets 250.
Okay. Right, okay.
He's guaranteed for 250.
No money for semifinalists, is that?
I'm sorry?
What did one of the semifinalists get again?
So all these players get at least $125. So 3rd and 4th place get $125, 2nd place gets $250, and 1st place gets $500.
Got it.
So they've already won 125.
They're in the money, yeah.
So yeah, like we were just discussing, these competitors can, to some degree, sit back and relax because they know that they're already walking away with some prize money. The top 4, which of course these gentlemen are all in,
Don't blink.
are
Watch.
guaranteed at least $125. And wow, this match is just taking off so fast and so action-packed. John Tran smells that
Wow,
money, though.
John.
He is bloodthirsty. He says, "Well, yeah, I know I get at least $125. Let's see how much more I can win."
People watching on Hitbox don't know if that's a pinball machine or a Tetris game. Just making those decisions in an instant.
This is insane to me. This just really highlights the
hard drop really speeds up the game.
It does.
When you watch it, old school Tetris at a high speed, you can still place the pieces, but with the hard drop, it's hard to follow sometimes.
It is, but it's kind of cool because it makes it look that much more exciting and
looks like
fast
fireworks.
paced.
Oh, I see some fight left in this.
And there's the KO.
Winner.
So it's currently 2-0 in favor of Alex Tran. Gilbert, you've got one more. You've got another shot to come back still.
But John?
John is winning, right?
Not Alex. I'm getting confused now.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's John Tran and it's Gilbert.
Yeah,
Alex
okay.
was the redhead kid.
And there's a T-spin to start.
This is insane to me. What a high skill cap Tetris really has, because as you can see, Gilbert was advancing through the rankings with very little problem until he ran into John, who just leaps and bounds better.
Is a buzzsaw. He's in the finals. That's a.
Well, congratulations, Gilbert. You are walking away with $125 still, and John Tran, you are going on to the top 2. Okay, now this is the match I've been really looking forward to.
Don't blink,
Alex
folks.
Kerr versus Caffeine.
Don't blink. Alex with the slight lead at the moment, but there's lots of T-spin wells for Caffeine. This is going to be nuts. This is a heavyweight fight right here.
This is great. This is so back and forth already. Like, sure, it looks like Alex has a decent amount of garbage piled up on his screen, but if you notice, he also was building up that really nice Tetris well.
Now they're clearing out some garbage, keeping it about halfway up the screen. Although with the slower speeds of this game, you can pull off the Tetrises and the T-spins way at the top, and now Alex is pretty far behind, but don't count him out yet. Digging down pretty quickly, down about halfway down the screen, the safe zone.
Meanwhile, it looked like Caffeine was in a little bit of trouble as that L block is pretty high up there.
Now Caffeine's in trouble. Is he going to slow play it? Is he going to set up a T-spin to get out of this?
Oh, and
very nicely done.
Alex takes the first game.
I have a feeling that's not going to be a repeat next round. I don't know.
I'd like to actually see this go to all 5 games.
Oh, I would love that. Alex is slow playing it. He's keeping his stack low, setting up a T-spin when he can, but probably anticipating the garbage he's about to get thrown at him. But there's a Tetris. Caffeine looks mortal all of a sudden. I don't know how that was possible.
So, Chris, as you mentioned before, T-spins are a mechanic that was not possible in the classic Tetris.
It was
of course.
possible. It was almost a bug. You had to be very frame specific to get it.
Okay.
And
they
this
just
version,
made it a lot easier.
turned it into a feature in these modern games.
So, and how do you feel about that feature?
Well, they're taking advantage of the rules, and it's beautiful to watch. Caffeine's got a nice triple well set up. There's a T-spin. Now we're pretty evenly matched again. If this keeps going, it's going to be interesting when the speed becomes a factor too. Currently at level 6, that's not very fast for these two professional type players. But it could get hairy if they keep playing like this. Now Alex is in a little bit of trouble.
Yep, I think, Caffeine is definitely taking a strong lead here. He has nothing to worry about.
But look at this, Alex is digging.
Alex is a fast digger from what we've seen last game. So even though he does have a considerable amount of gray blocks piled up, I think he can get through them. Well, I don't know, it's getting
pretty high. He's gonna have
to sticky.
Needs a little. Wow. Look at that.
Wow.
Fantastic digging.
That is just impressive.
He's still got some work to do, but he's staved off that loss right there. Caffeine doesn't maybe get into Tetris well, but look at the piece speed now. We're at level 10 and 11 for the players. Not insurmountable for these two, but it definitely changes you can't get as fancy at the top. And again, Alex has got some work to do. But again, on the newer versions, you can T-spin and infinite spin your pieces to save them. If you're on the left, you can move it all the way to the right and still change your mind late. Look at Alex. Look at this. The top 4 lines of play, he's still surviving. There, wow.
There's the KO. Really impressive game.
1-1. Two years ago, Alex won the SNES Tetris tournament that was all similar to this game. Well, I don't think that had the T-spin bonus.
It's also just so interesting to see that obviously both of these players are really incredibly good at this game, but you can just especially tell that Alex in particular sort of adapted to this new version and just really bothered to learn the ins and outs of it and just put in the time in practice.
Both players, this is amazing to watch. Alex is in trouble again.
Caffeine's getting a lot of really nice T-spins.
Caffeine's going to need like a nice double move to finish Alex off, though. You've seen the way he can get out of these holes at the top of the screen. There's a Tetris. That might be enough, but I don't know. I don't want to say it's over. Look at this.
Wow.
Look at this play.
Alex is just a master of doing a lot with just a little bit of room.
There's a T-spin. There's the KO.
Oh, there's the KO. So it's currently we're sitting at a 2-1 in favor of Caffeine. This could go easily to all 5 games.
I don't want to root, but I do want to see a 5-match game. Concentration's got to be coming into play too. It's difficult to keep your concentration this long,
especially when there's music playing, crowd cheering,
listening to us
commentators.
talk.
Exactly. That's got to be salting their game, to some degree. But yeah, you can tell they're both just so focused, so in the zone.
And you drop that for a split second.
That one's Caffeine.
Right. Okay. Yeah,
you can lose the match.
Why did I say something wrong?
Oh, no, I was just making sure because I have
Oh, okay.
Evenly matched at this point.
Oh, thank you.
And then actually, I don't know if it's both like
Okay, what's that? Kitaru? That's Alex Kitaru? Oh, okay. Thank you.
Are we reversed?
No. But he was telling me that Alex's gamer tag is Kitaru.
Kitaru, yeah. I knew that. I should have said that.
I didn't know that.
I even asked before. Alex's gamer tag is Kitaru. Setting up a T-spin well.
Yes, thanks for that, Chris. My apologies. I've been just referring to him as Alex, but
if we're going to call him Caffeine, let's call him by his gamer name.
Exactly. If we're going to call Caffeine, then we'll call Alex Kitaru as well. So.
Old school Tetris from Kitaru.
Kitaru's really coming back. Now he's got Caffeine on the defensive, having to dig through all those gray blocks.
As we listen to Journey, imagine that.
All this music is very, very appropriate. It's a great soundtrack.
The T-spin, wow.
Oh, it's
now we're
pretty
gonna
even
have
at this
two players
point.
near the top. Let's see let's just watch the fireworks here.
Well, we know that Kitaru is really great at sticking in there even when he's close to losing.
There's a knockout.
And there is is that the final knockout,
3-1.
Yep, Caffeine. That is 3-1.
That was a heck of a match.
Very, very well played to both of you. You both get prize money, of course, but Caffeine is now in the final matchup. Very impressive. So this is going to be Caffeine versus John Tran, and this should be quite the game.
John Tran goes by Blink.
Okay, thank you. So, and in keeping with the spirit of, gamer tags and all that, apparently John Tran goes by Blink. So I didn't know that. I do apologize for not referring to you as that earlier. So now we've got Blink versus Caffeine, and this is going to be quite a game. This is, once again, this is the
$500
finals.
to the winner.
Yep, $500 is on the line. Second place, of course, still wins $250, but first place, $500. You cannot beat that. Well, you can, with $600 maybe, but...
That'll cover your plane ticket here. Caffeine at a very slight disadvantage, having just played and having to play right again. But
that's a good
probably
point.
just watching him play. No disadvantage. Set another T-spin well.
Blink is also hitting those T-spins and the Tetrises. Tetri, perhaps?
Tetramino? No. And when the garbage gets this high, it's do you play defense and try to clear some of that, or do you keep it on the offensive?
Caffeine looks like he might be in trouble.
Nope.
Oh, and there is the KO. Blink takes the first game.
Caffeine on the left.
Yeah, Caffeine. Oh, wait, Blink is this one. Caffeine is that one.
Okay. Double T-spin. Wow, this one's quick. They're gonna need some
Blink is
back-to-back Tetris to get out of that.
I can see where Blink gets his nickname. Don't blink or you'll miss it.
Oh no!
This is absolutely brutal. Blink is just
no.
slamming the pieces down. He did make a mistake
is he
there,
playing with
but
this?
He could just be mind gaming. There we go.
Wow.
There's the KO.
That could have been a devastating mistake, but I fixed it. Just a couple sweeps.
He didn't even hesitate. It did not even phase him.
What, 2-0?
Yeah, 2-0. Yeah.
It's 2-0. This could be it. He's not going out with a fight, though. We're pretty evenly matched, and here comes the T-spin versus the Tetris. This match is 20 seconds old, and they're both near the top of the screen.
Oh man, Caffeine might be coming back with a vengeance.
One aggressive move might finish off the other player at this height.
Blink it. Oh, there it is.
Ted
Blink.
down.
Yep.
That was
Okay.
nicely done.
Congratulations.
Best 7.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Useful information.
Because now it's 3-0, right?
3-0.
So these grand finals are best of 7. My apologies. I think I said something incorrectly earlier.
First of 4. So if Blink wins this one,
Okay.
it's their win, right?
Yeah.
Then it's over.
Okay, thank you.
Caffeine knows that this
Caffeine's
might be his last chance, and he's really making
Fighting
it count.
back.
He is.
Trying to pull off a... There's a T-spin. And a triple. So now it's going to be...
Blink is in a little bit of trouble, it looks like.
No, he wasn't.
It's crazy. Tetris is such a focused game, and if this were any other video game, you might see a lot more raging, you know, maybe controllers being thrown.
T-spin versus T-spin. Look at this. This is
This is a
crazy.
very close matchup. Oh,
Wow.
things are looking bad. Oh, and
no.
there's the KO, the
Sweet.
final KO. Congratulations to Blink for winning the Tetris Ultimate Tournament here at the Classic Tetris World Championship. Blink is walking away with $500. Congratulations to everyone, and thank you all for participating.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you once again to the Puerto Retro Gaming Expo 2015. My name is DJ Switch, I've been your DJ and MC for today, and I wanted to let you know that we have about 45 minutes left. The main hall will be closing for all the vendors.
And those of you watching the stream here on Hitbox, thank you so much for watching. This is the end of the broadcast for day one, but we will be back tomorrow morning for the final rounds of the Classic Tetris World Championship. So we will see you tomorrow.
The main event.
45 minutes from now.